Evaluation question number 1. In what ways is your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? I have found the A2 task a lot more difficult than the AS media task, as it was a lot more independent. However, I really enjoyed the task because it allowed me to show my creative and artistic flair. The A2 media task was to create a music video for an unsigned artist, as well as a digipack and a magazine advert. As it was an unsigned artist, it allowed me to interpret the lyrics in my own way and to show off my skills uniquely with my own idea. The digipack and magazine advert are created to promote and sell the unsigned artist. This is extremely important as they have to highlight their target audience. To make my product conform to real media products, I had to choose a genre which would display my skills and look professional. I decided on an artist along the indie genre as it appeals to my age range and presents a similar lifestyle. It also connotes fun, rebellion and youth. Indie music videos are typically low budget, so I thought my music video could replicate this genre the best, making it look like a real media product. Yes, the song I eventually chose also combined elements from several different styles such as pop, rock and punk. I emphasise these genres through the use of my editing and camera techniques. For example, if I chose a hip hop or rap genre, it would be very hard to conform to the genre as they are typically a high budget genre. For instance, in 50 Cent's music video, United Nations, there are references to fast cars, expensive jewellery. All of these things connote the hip hop and rap genre which he falls into. And that's obviously really high budget, and on my low budget I don't think I could make that genre look professional. After searching for artists, I eventually found Kids Love Lies, which are an indie pop band from London. I loved their fun, catchy music, and I thought that I could make a quirky, low budget music video which would look like a real product. I did a lot of research into the making of music videos, and I found Goodwin's 6 points extremely helpful guideline of how to conform and oppose my genre when I made my music video. I first began researching different music videos in the indie genre, the likes of Doggy's Dead, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and then 1975, etc. I noticed that the bands all wear clothing of a similar style which connote to the genre. This presents Andrew Goodwin's first point, that music videos demonstrate genre characteristics. The indie genre is extremely fashion forward as they wear current trends with an edgy vintage style. Each band member wears different individual clothing, yet they all have a same kind of similar style which their target audience copy and idolise and look up to. As you can see, the band member Chris wears jeans, a top and a Fred Perry bomber jacket. Fred Perry is a current trend worn by lots of celebrities, and it's a brand which is accessible to the target audience. As it is a leading female indie band with different musical elements, it is important that she is seen as a star and the key selling point of the band. This highlights the pop element in the style of music. Similar to the artists like Katy Perry and Beyonce, I have done several outfit changes within my music video to present several different elements. Courtney wears disco pants, a netted see-through top. This shows her performance outfit and highlights her more as a possible sex symbol and idol that girls want to be and boys want to be with. In this shot, Courtney is wearing jeans in both of them, and then a jumper in one, and then a jacket in one. This shows her more casual sides, and it makes her a lot more relatable. It helps her to portray the storyline and as an everyday girl. It also connotes to the more indie genre. The black dress worn here highlights her in a more glamorous way, making her idolised by the young female audience. The colour black and the skater dress, I think, also highlights a more rebellious side to her, maybe relating to the more punky side of the music, or the more poppy side. I used lots of different edits to emphasise the storyline. It also helps with the overall mood of the music. Harsh contrasting filters are used throughout the performance sections, as it gives it a more gritty and realistic feel. More colourful edits such as this are used, giving it a more pop twist. Therefore it combines things from both elements. An example of this is the 1975 Girls, as they start the music video in black and white and then they end up doing colour. I think a majority of my editing gives a dark and edgy vibe. I think this connotes a lot of the indie genre, as they try to be a bit different from the other and a bit unique. They don't want to follow the same trend. Goodwin's second point states that there is a relationship between lyrics and visuals. I interpreted lyrics, Hex, very literally. Therefore, I showed the artist's aggression towards her ex-boyfriend. This made the narrative much more clear for the audience. For example, when it says, "You and me against the world," it shows the lead singer spinning a globe. This prop symbolises the world, and I think it's very effective to the audience. Another example is when she says, "Learn to be a man and not that boy in the corner." This shows him in the corner. To show the relationship between visuals and lyrics, the setting of the house was really important to portray the realism. The audience can relate to this, and it shows them making up and falling out like everyday couples. I also use different camera angles to make the audience feel like the boy in the corner and highlight her angle. I think this makes them feel more involved in the video. Here's an example of this. Overall, I think that there is a clear link between lyrics and visuals, and that it conforms to the convention of real media products. Goodwin's third point states that there is a relationship between music and visuals. I think that I have conformed to this, as I had to include lots of fast, different angle shots to match the tempo of the song. While filming, I also played the song so the band could play the instruments with the right beat. I think it looked a lot more professional, and for me it was a lot more easy to edit the footage. Instruments play a huge part in the indie genre, so I included lots of different shots of them. I changed the speed of them, different angles, and in different parts of the song. This creates different moods in every section to go with the tempo of the beat. Goodwin's fourth point is the demands of the record label may include the need for lots of close-ups of the artist, and the artist may develop motifs which will reoccur across their work. I've included lots of close-ups of the lead singer in different locations. This highlights her as the main selling point and creates a relationship between her and the audience. I also use close-ups of other band members, as it is important for the brand identity of an unknown artist. The record label would be satisfied, as there is lots of different angled close-ups of the band, and it really gives the audience an insight of their personality and the band's image. Goodwin's fifth point is their frequently reference to the notion of looking, screens within screens, telescopes, etc., and particularly voyeuristic treatment of the female body. I didn't overly use this point, as I didn't think it was that conventional to the indie genre. This is often used by R&B artists and rap artists. However, I did take several shots of the artist looking in the mirror. This allowed a double image, and it made my editing a lot more interesting and unique. It's also quite typical to the pop genre, which I'm partly presenting. The notion of looking is also used when the lead singer looks at the photo and burns it. This gives the audience a subjective, more personal view of her emotion, and that creates an attachment between the audience and the band. The sixth point didn't really help me as I didn't really include many intertextual references. I was debating whether to include an intertextual reference, but I did in the end, but I talk about on another question.